Innovation often begins with a simple idea, but turning that idea into a reliable product requires something deeper, clarity about what the product must actually do. In the book, Complex Product Development Model, Christer Sandahl describes requirements as the soul of a product. When requirements are defined correctly, the product can be built correctly. When the right product is defined, the market will accept it. Complexity grows as knowledge grows. Early builders saw the Pantheon Dome as one of the most complex structures ever constructed. Astronomers once believed the solar system moved in perfect circles around the Earth. Later observations revealed far more complicated motion. Eventually, Copernicus simplified the model by placing the sun at the center. The lesson is simple. The best models reduce confusion without ignoring reality. CPDM applies the same principle to product development. CPDM begins from the outside and moves inward. Before designing the product itself, engineers must understand the environment surrounding the product. Legal constraints, physical limitations, user expectations. Only after defining those boundaries can the product itself be defined. Sandahl distinguishes between two kinds of requirements. Restriction requirements describe fixed conditions. For example, a product must be child-safe or comply with environmental law. Behavior requirements describe actions. For example, a calculator must compute results when a user presses a button. Restrictions define what cannot be violated. Behaviors define what the product must do. When requirements are unclear, decisions drift toward the strongest technical personality in the room. Sandahl calls this the rise of the engineer guru. Instead of solving the user's problem, the product begins to reflect the engineer's preferences. Favorite tools, favorite technology, favorite architecture. Clear requirements prevent this. They protect the product from personal bias. One key principle of CPDM is separating what the product must do from how it will do it. Requirements define the black box, inputs, outputs, and expected behavior. The internal design, the white box, comes later. This separation allows technology to change without rewriting the definition of the product. A developer building a calculator might only consider the happy path. Number, operator, number, equals. But real users make mistakes. What happens when the divisor is 0? What happens if data storage fails? By mapping every possible interaction, CPDM forces engineers to design for failure before writing a single line of code. Even limits must be defined. If a phone book application stores a maximum of 128 contacts, the requirement must say so. Otherwise, engineers assume one thing, stakeholders assume another, and users discover the problem later. Explicit requirements align expectations across the entire team. Defining requirements can feel tedious. Tables, diagrams, and documentation require patience, but this rigor prevents chaos later. By defining the environment, separating restrictions from behaviors, and protecting the product definition from technology choices, CPDM ensures something remarkable. The soul of the product survives the development process, and when that happens, innovation becomes predictable. If these ideas resonate with you, and if you want to explore a structured way to develop complex products with clarity and traceability, take a deeper look at Christer Sandahl's book, Complex Product Development Model. Inside, you will find the full framework, examples, and practical methods behind the ideas we discussed today. Because when engineers understand the model, complexity becomes manageable, and great products become possible.